Hey everybody. So my name's Jason, and these videos I'm going to be posting are all about my road to the Rockies. So you bear with me, because I'm not a YouTuber, vlogger, none of that stuff. I'm all new to all of this. And the only reason I'm doing all this documentation and these videos is because I can't be the only one that don't know anything about any of this and wanted to do it. So I grew up on motorcycles. I've had motorcycles my whole life, but I've never took a dirt bike to Colorado with the sole intention of riding mountains. And that's what we're doing. In the upcoming months, I'm going to be transforming this brand new DRZ or DR650 into a machine to take to ride the Rockies. This is a 2020. It has 950 miles on it. I've had it about 6 months. I bought it new. And this ride right here, I've got parts coming. We're fixing to start modifying it. I wanted to take a stock ride and document some stuff on it so I can see what changes and how it changes and all that, and I guess take you all along for a ride. So if you've got a dual sport, or you've got ambitions of riding the Rockies or the deserts or whatever, maybe this will help you. So again, I know absolutely nothing about videoing or vlogging, whatever y'all want to call it. But we are building this bike to take to the Rockies, and I'm going to be doing a series of videos to document basically everything. So I'm not a master mechanic. I don't make my living working on things and all that. So, you know, maybe you got one of these old bikes shoved off in a barn somewhere out in the garage, and you just use it to ride around town, go to work, back and forth, try to save on gas. And then one day you come home and said, hey, I think I want to go to the Rockies and ride across some of the 7 highest passes in the country, and the Alpine Loop, and, you know, Black Bear. That's kind of what happened with me. So that's what we're doing. Over the next few videos, I'm going to be changing the exhaust. I'm going to be jetting the bike. I'm going to be changing the gearing and adding a bunch of bolt-on parts for performance and protection. So about the bike is the bike's brand new, and it does really well for what it was designed to do. The problem with this bike, I know it's a beast, but they have hidden the beast. They have chained it down with engineering to the point where it's pretty tame. So it'll power wheelie in 1 and 2 really well. I'm 5'8", weigh 200 pounds. I have a really hard time getting it to come up in third, even starting out at mid-range and above. So to do my power wheelies, I load the suspension I don't do basket burners. I don't do clutch drops and all that. I load the suspension, and you time it just right, she'll stand straight up. But third gear is just so high. This bike will run 100 miles an hour. And for what I'm wanting to do with it, that's a little much. So I don't want to drop the front tooth, because I am going to ride it on the highway. But I want to give it a little more on the bottom and take a little away from the top. So I'm going to add about 3 teeth to the back cog. See if I can't get just a little more low wind out of it. And I don't ride around everywhere I go on the back tire, third and fourth gear. But it'd be nice if I wanted to. So going forward, even the helmet I'm wearing, I'm going to do a video on how I built this helmet. I've done a lot of research, and there's a lot of good videos out there, but nobody seems to break down into the fine details of what they did to get where they're at. And most all of them are career YouTubers, and they've been doing this forever, and some of us just ain't. And that's what my videos are. They're not going to be professional by no means. In case you're wondering, we're in southern Mississippi. We're south of Jackson, down here in the Pine Belt. It's about 97 degrees right now. And like I said, this ride is just to document some stuff, and I wanted to test this helmet. This helmet, I just built it. So inside my helmet actually sounds like a Hurricane. I'm riding with a VMAX. I like these helmets. It's the Adventure series. They've got really big windshields. With really unobstructed views. It's not like a dirt bike helmet where you've got just enough room to force fit a set of goggles into. These helmets are really comfortable with an unobstructed view in every direction. So first gear will throttle out into a wheelie. Second gear will not. It's got to have help. It's got to have help get it to come up in second gear. But even the slightest loading of the suspension in second gear will send this joker straight up. So I ride about second, about mid throttle, about 30 miles an hour, and then just load and go. Yeah. Come out here where nobody can watch you, and what do? Get in trouble. So I'm still in second gear. The whole reason I come out here was so I could get a... Alright, first gear. 30. 50. 65. 75. Okay, so you can see fourth gear carries through 75 miles an hour. I've had the bike to 100. It gets real shaky and unstable at 100. It does not like big truck traffic at all, the wind. So if we can bring it down to we can bring it. I don't want to lose all my top end because I am going to frequent the highway. Not always. I'd rather be out here on the back roads, but we live 15 minutes from 2 major interstates, so I am going to hit the highway from time to time. Man, that's almost a job. So that's what we're going to work on, and if y'all want to hang out and ride with me, this adventure right here is going to end up on the Rocky Mountains. We're taking 2 dual sports from Mississippi, traveling to Silverton, Colorado, and we're going to spend a week riding the Rockies. I know we're riding Black Bear, Imogene, we're riding Cinnamon, Engineer, Corkscrew, California, all those passes, Stony Pass, and then we're going to ride the Alpine Loop in its entirety. So, and if you don't know what those are, you can go into the YouTube and check out Chad Goff, Goeff, I believe. And Chad, if I totally butchered that last name, I apologize. But he does a very nice job recording these passes and these trails. And like I said, I'm not the first one to build a DR 650, but what you're going to learn is you've got to build your DR for you, for what you're going to do with it, for how you're going to ride it. You know, you can go watch all kinds of people that have built these DRs for different things, but I've got to build mine for me. I've done a lot of research watching their videos and running numbers on the parts they bought and this, that, and the other, and at the end of the day it just comes down to trial and error and process of elimination. Some things I liked, some things I didn't. Some things didn't work for me. Once I crunched the numbers, it just it wasn't going to work. So this is the beginning. My next video will be about the helmet, because I didn't know how to build a vlogging helmet, moto vlogging helmet to be specific. Done a bunch of research. There's a bunch of different ways to do it, a bunch of different preferred ways to do it. And I'm out here worried about riding wheelies. Get this guy. So I'm gonna do a video on this helmet so you get an idea. What I have learned is this helmet's going to work for me. It's going to work well. I'm using a Purple Panda microphone, and I got some pros and cons on the microphone, but what I will tell you is it's a very good microphone. The wind inside my helmet sounds like a hurricane, but you're able to hear everything I'm saying with minimal wind noise, and that's absolutely amazing. Once again, didn't have no idea there was such a thing as a Purple Panda microphone, but a little research, a little process of elimination, you know, we got there. So I bought this as an experiment to start my journey with, and I've done a couple test videos with it. Had to back up to 90 at one point, and you could hear everything I was saying. There was minimal wind noise. The things I don't like about the Purple Panda, it's not that I don't like it, is the the way it connects to the GoPro, the connector's configured backwards, so when you plug it in, it actually goes up instead of down. And I already had all I already had all the wires routed, so it went against my routing. So I had another connector that was a straight out, and I used it. But as far as the microphone itself, I cannot complain. Its performance has been really good so far. Now I don't know how much abuse it's going to take. I've got it really protected, really supported, but we'll see going forward. So if you're still with me and you're into adventure bikes and riding wheelies, and you just like to have fun, hang out, we're going to tear this thing apart and do what Suzuki should have done, and was unleashed a beast from the very get-go. And then we're going to take it and go climb a mountain. Until next time, enjoy the ride.